The Kansas City Chiefs have officially entered the most pivotal juncture of their 2025 training camp, a defining stage that could shape the trajectory of their upcoming season. Following a meticulously orchestrated 5-day acclimation period consisting of padless, non-contact drills, the reigning Super Bowl champions are now set to ignite the full-throttle ferocity of professional football as they initiate their first fully padded practice on Sunday, July 27th. This milestone signifies far more than the simple addition of gear. It marks a complete metamorphosis, from finesse-focused walkthroughs to the visceral, high-stakes combat that defines the NFL. The environment at the Chiefs' training complex transforms instantly. The energy surges, the stakes rise exponentially, and every man on the roster finds himself not merely auditioning for playing time, but battling for his professional livelihood within one of the league's most competitive franchises. During the opening acclimation period, athletes participated in tightly controlled technical sessions that emphasized precision and foundational development over physical intensity. These routines served their strategic purpose, allowing the coaching staff to assess conditioning, refine fundamentals, and gradually escalate physical demands on players emerging from months of off-season solitude. But padded practices? That's where theory collides with reality, where playbooks meet contact, where execution is measured not only by knowledge, but by toughness, adaptability, and willpower. For Chiefs Kingdom, this shift offers the first true glimpse into the soul of the 2025 squad. It's a window into who's been grinding in silence, and who's poised to rise and contribute meaningfully to Kansas City's pursuit of back-to-back championships. Veteran running back Kareem Hunt, whose return to Kansas City has reignited fan enthusiasm, shared invaluable insight on the mental and physical demands of this high-stakes transition. A seasoned veteran with intimate knowledge of the franchise, Hunt's perspective carries significant weight. "First day in pads? You've got to bring it, man," Hunt said, exuding the trademark confidence and tenacity Chiefs fans remember from his earlier tenure. "Everybody's out here fighting for a spot. You're going to get everyone's best effort, but it's all for the right reason. We're here to sharpen each other. Iron sharpens iron. You've got to show up ready." Hunt's words perfectly capture the essence of what Chiefs camp has become: a crucible of elite competition. Contracts, draft pedigree, past accolades, they all take a back seat. The padded sessions are the great equalizer. Every player must prove his worth under live-fire conditions where instincts and execution rule the day. The stakes aren't limited to individual roster spots. These full-contact sessions elevate the collective standard. Teammates challenge each other. Iron sharpens iron. And the kind of physical intensity that defines championship football finally emerges. Something impossible to replicate without pads. Rookie defensive tackle Omar Norman Lott embodies this moment of transformation. For him, padded practices aren't just a challenge. They're an opportunity. A stage to prove that his collegiate dominance can translate to the pros. Probably just the level of physicality, Norman Lott responded when asked what changes most once the pads come on. "We're already in motion, already making contact on every rep. Me, the O-line, my D-line brothers. But when the pads come on, it's different. It just gets more real, more physical." His response reflects the advanced football intellect today's athletes must possess. He recognizes the collision-heavy nature of trench warfare, but also understands that padded practices amplify intensity, testing both mental endurance and physical resilience. The NFL has strategically timed this padded phase to balance high-level development with injury mitigation. League protocols meticulously regulate the frequency, duration, and intensity of padded practices to prevent overexertion and ensure a level playing field. Teams are capped at 2 5-hour sessions, which forces coaching staffs to operate with surgical precision, prioritizing situational drills, execution under pressure, and real-time decision-making. This time restriction crafts an intensely focused environment where every moment carries monumental weight in the evaluation of players and the advancement of team development. Moreover, NFL regulations strictly prohibit teams from engaging in more than 3 consecutive padded practices, a rule that directly shapes the Kansas City Chiefs training camp agenda. This guideline ensures that players receive sufficient recovery intervals between the most physically demanding sessions, minimizing injury risk while preserving the competitive fire essential for authentic preparation. The strategic consequences of this mandate are significant. Following the opening 3-day sequence of fully padded sessions, the Chiefs will be required to hold a padless practice on Wednesday, July 30th. This alternating cadence introduces a rhythm that enables players to operate at peak physical intensity, while still benefiting from calculated recovery windows, mitigating overuse injuries and preventing mental burnout. For Chiefs fans planning to attend camp, understanding this schedule becomes paramount. Padded practices offer the most genuine, hard-hitting preview of regular season football, immersing spectators in the position battles and physical duels that will determine the final 53-man roster. The atmosphere during these sessions contrasts dramatically with earlier padless walkthroughs. The unmistakable crack of shoulder pads, the relentless pace of competitive drills, and the sheer willpower on display by every man on the field create an electric setting that embodies the spirit of professional football. These practices represent the closest simulation of game conditions that fans can witness before kickoff. The introduction of thud periods, controlled contact drills where players engage physically without full tackling, transforms the way coaches and scouts evaluate talent. These drills strike a perfect balance between competition and safety, providing insight into how players absorb and deliver contact, execute under pressure, and adapt to the physical realities of NFL play. One segment that takes on amplified importance: 9-on-7 run game work. These position-specific drills replicate real game trench warfare, allowing coaches to assess gap discipline, blocking schemes, and the physical confrontation between offensive and defensive linemen. The addition of protective equipment turns these scenarios from theoretical exercises into authentic, gladiator-style battles. Few segments of camp capture the imagination like the one-on-one duels between offensive linemen and pass rushers. These high-stakes showdowns strip the game down to pure fundamentals: strength, technique, and mental grit, offering a raw look at who's ready to rise and who's still a step behind. The physicality extends well beyond the trenches. Linebackers and running backs collide in live-action reps that reveal whether they possess the toughness, burst, and football IQ required to thrive under pressure. These drills are the true crucibles, where raw athleticism must be paired with positional mastery. The timing of this full contact phase is especially critical with Kansas City's first preseason matchup against the Arizona Cardinals looming. These padded practices serve as the final proving ground before players get the chance to translate their development onto a live field. The progression, from padless installs to padded warfare to preseason kickoff, forms a meticulously designed pipeline for maximizing player readiness. And make no mistake, the stakes are high. These reps aren't just about individual survival. They're about seizing opportunity. The battles forged in these padded sessions often determine which players will see the field on game day, and which names will be remembered when the regular season begins. For the coaching staff, this is more than an evaluation window. It's a blueprint-building phase. It reveals which athletes capitalized on their off-season grind, who can withstand contact, and who's ready to contribute to a championship-caliber roster. Beyond talent assessment, padded practices lay the foundation for team chemistry and unit cohesion. Full-contact drills demand trust, communication, and unspoken synergy between teammates, qualities that are irreplaceable when the lights come on and the season begins. For the Chiefs organization, these sessions are a cornerstone of roster construction, strategic refinement, and player accountability. Every snap, every hit, every rep is measured with surgical precision. And for Chiefs Kingdom, these are the moments where legends begin. Chiefs fans, this is your invitation to witness greatness in the making. Drop a comment and let us know who you're most excited to see suit up in full pads. Smash that like button if you're ready for another championship run. And subscribe for exclusive, behind-the-scenes coverage you won't find anywhere else. Tyreek Hill is back. A storm is brewing in Kansas City. The NFL world is officially on fire right now, and for good reason. The rumors are true. Tyreek Hill is making his long-awaited return to the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, you read that right. The Cheetah is coming home, and this season is about to get absolutely explosive. When Hill left for the Dolphins in 2022, it felt like the end of an era. Chiefs fans were heartbroken, but the dynasty didn't stop. Now, the band is back together. Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, one of the most lethal duos in NFL history, are reuniting. This isn't just a signing. This is a legacy move. With Hill's blazing speed, Mahomes' unmatched playmaking, and Andy Reid's offensive genius, the Chiefs' offense could go from dangerous to downright uncontainable. Defensive coordinators, brace yourselves. The Cheetah is back on the hunt. Sources say Hill told reporters, "This is home. I've got unfinished business." And for Chiefs Kingdom, this is more than news. It's a dream come true. Get ready. The 2025 season is about to be one for the ages. The firepower in Kansas City is back, and this time, it's personal. Kansas City Chiefs Nation, it's time to strap in, because your squad is about to receive a monumental boost heading into the 2025 season. The latest announcement has me more fired up than a kid tearing into gifts on Christmas morning. And I guarantee every loyal member of Chiefs Kingdom is feeling that same surge of adrenaline right now. Rashee Rice is back. And he's not just back, he's coming with a vengeance. Coach Andy Reid took to the podium Thursday and delivered the update every Chiefs fan has been anxiously praying for since that brutal knee injury sidelined Rice last October. After undergoing surgery for a torn LCL, the young wideout has been grinding relentlessly. And let me tell you, his work ethic is on another level. Coach Reid confirmed Rice has been a full participant in both voluntary OTAs and mandatory minicamp, proof of his grit, focus, and relentless drive to return stronger than ever. Let me break down exactly why this should have Chiefs fans doing cartwheels in their living rooms. Before that injury struck him down like a thunderbolt, Rice was absolutely scorching opposing defenses. In just 4 games, yes, only 4, he tallied 24 receptions, 288 yards, and 3 touchdowns. That's not just good. That's elite, game-breaking production that had defensive coordinators across the league staying up at night trying to scheme against him. And now, he's coming back at the perfect time. Kansas City's receiving unit has undergone a major transformation. DeAndre Hopkins, who brought veteran poise and reliable hands, has left for Baltimore, opening the door wide for Rice to ascend into the WR1 role. Everyone knows he's got the chops to own it. And let's not ignore the elephant in the room, Travis Kelce, a future Hall of Famer and the heart of this offense, is turning 36 in October. While he's still playing at an elite level, the Chiefs must begin redistributing offensive responsibilities, and Rashee Rice is primed to shoulder that load. Rice's rookie campaign in 2023 wasn't just solid, it was spectacular. The second-round pick burst onto the scene and immediately rewrote the record books. 7 receiving touchdowns and 79 receptions as a rookie. That's not padding stats in garbage time. Those are clutch, momentum-shifting plays in high-stakes moments. What makes Rice such a threat isn't just his glue-like hands. It's his football intelligence, surgical route running, and uncanny ability to exploit soft spots in coverage. He makes elite defenders look ordinary. And Mahomes thrives when he has trustworthy weapons. And Rice is exactly that. He creates separation, wins contested battles, and turns routine catches into explosive gains. And he's surrounded by a receiving core that's quietly becoming one of the most lethal in the NFL. Marquise Hollywood Brown brings blazing speed and veteran savvy. Juju Smith-Schuster offers grit, clutch instincts, and championship pedigree. Xavier Worthy is already flashing brilliance as a rookie. And Jalen Royals, the fourth-round gem, adds dynamic depth and untapped potential. But Rice is the crown jewel, the potential WR1 who can be the engine of this offense. He's not just talking big, he's exuding belief. He's been vocal about how this group is going to be explosive and light up the scoreboard. And you can feel it. It's not just swagger, it's certainty backed by talent. When you combine Rice's deep threat ability, Worthy's speed, Brown's experience, and Juju's consistency, you're looking at a nightmare matchup for defensive coordinators week after week. Thank you guys, see you next video.